Hey Richard, glad to have you as my sub. I'm just going to run around the school for just a minute and show you a few things. I don't have any students in the building right now, but you have three. Their names are Jillian Matson, Alan Matson, those two are cousins, and Michael Letuck Melra. They're all respectful kids. A quick profile would be Jill's very excited about makeup and music. She kind of likes some raw music, but that's all right. And she usually is pretty optimistic, peppy, and energetic. On a bad day, she can have a bit of attitude, and that can be hard to deal with. If you give her space but still hold expectations, she's cool, and I know you do that well. Alan Matson is high energy, a little distractible, but hardworking and pretty intelligent. He's going to get things done for you, so you just check in with him. He's not malicious in anything, but he definitely gets off task a little bit. Michael, he can be, because he's had a brain surgery for cancer. And that kind of took the wind out of his sails. He used to be a pretty energetic guy, less energetic now, but he's always nice, very intelligent, wants to achieve. I would call him slightly above average as a student. So I think it'd be a good stay for you. If anything, you might be a little bit bored, so I'll try not to make it terrible for you. Here's what's going on. My desk is right here. That'll be your station. I know I have too many computers. Water distiller, we let them run that, or you can. The water here is really irony. Here's the classroom. Every student's got about 2 desks to work with, boards. At the far end, I'll show you that in a second, but the smart board, all sorts of toys available to you. Right here, I've got Michael and Alan's calendars up. They create these calendars at the beginning of the year, and they schedule all the major to-dos or deadlines for their year. I'll send this to you along with a link to this video, so you should be able to click the attachment on this email. But you can kind of see it's every couple of weeks there's some major thing that's due. It's kind of unit by unit sort of planning. Some of these things they run, some of these things I run. So social studies and science will largely be me or you when I'm not here. And then there's PEP and writing, which are on them to schedule, but of course I help them a lot in a tutor style approach. And then there's reading and math, which are online, and those are a little tough to manage sometimes. The second classroom I generally make available to students because it's nice during distance courses for them to be somewhere where they don't have to hear other people talking, or if they have to turn on their microphone to speak to their class, you don't hear all the background noise as much if people have their own rooms. It's really nice if we can do that. We got a DDR machine here. Occasionally kids will do that. We used to do elementary and high school PE together, but now they're split, and so a couple times a week Jillian Allen usually goes to the little kids PE, but Jillian and Michael will often play DDR together, which is more workout than they'd probably get in PE anyway. And then some decorations and all that. Here's our main commons area that leads into a library, and here's Matthew Grossman's classroom. Just peek in here real quick, not that it matters all that much. You've probably seen a classroom before. There it is. Its beauty and its grace. It's Miss United States. Yep, and if we walked out the hallway, you'd see the front door, followed by the bathrooms, followed by the gym. So pretty straightforward. The landscapes here is pretty if it's a clear day, which is like once a month. But there's mountains off in the distance and a muddy bay to check out. And when I'm here, I'll definitely leave you the keys to the four-wheeler. You can go exploring and see what's going on around this place. It's not always a lot, but it's entertaining. I'll kind of peruse you around all the students. You probably recognize this stuff. They all have their own Mac. We put their names on the back with a little bit of tape so they know which one's theirs. That should be easy for them to identify. And like I said, they really should run themselves. If they come across some issue where they're really missing something and they need it. Social studies, I have a little bin back here that has everything for the last 3 years. That ought to take care of them. I also have binders, or I guess these are hanging file folders back here with names on them. If they want to turn something in, they can do that back here. They still have names from last year. I haven't updated them yet. There's a few other things if they get into some writing and I'm not here, but they should be set up before I go. They've got all kinds of goodies here to help them write. These are basically outline templates. I think that is about it that's really worth knowing. The schedule, I'll try to, well, I guess it doesn't matter much. You'll figure that out when you get here, but I'll throw it on camera for you. The schedule is kind of basically distance classes all morning. You see it starts out with this warm-up, which is usually we stretch and play a game. Writing 1 is grammar. Reading is a distance reading class. Writing 2 is usually some kind of reading theme exercise, or maybe we'll do a little more grammar. Or sometimes we actually write essays together as a class. Followed by math, distance, followed by science and social studies. Usually gets jammed into that hole, and then I have an hour, well 2 hours for PEP, but a lot of times I'll steal most of that for science or social studies. I have very absent students, so I only see, boy, having all three of my students in the classroom at the same time is pretty rare. I don't know what you'll get when you're here, but you just kind of have to ad lib, but that's life. You've done that. All right, I think that's about it. Anyway, I'm excited to have you here. I hope that helps a little bit, and of course, you can always contact me for questions. Look forward to seeing you later.